Wallace-Duffy, and I'm thrilled to be with my two good friends and co-hosts, Claire Gavin and Mr. Todd Miller. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Absolutely snowed in.
Snowed
Wearing
in.
a turtleneck. Yeah.
I see you. I see you. So we're really excited. We wanted to come on and kick off this new week. We talked last week about how our previous Let's Just Do This podcast and TV show is now become Better Together as One. We've added an exciting new co-host to our mix. Hey, Todd. Claire is now part of our team. And we wanted to sort of come on today and talk about why this has happened and what we have planned. And actually, we're super excited because tomorrow we have pivoted really quickly, and already tomorrow we will be recording our first shows and be getting a schedule out to you really soon. So what I love about what we're doing is that we're evolving and changing and pivoting like most businesses have to do in a time like this with uncertainty. And we're having a lot of fun while we do it. So I don't know, Todd, Claire and I were saying, we decided that we kind of maybe we're bringing back a new version of a threes company. What do you think?
I must say that one of you must go brunette or dark black at some point.
I was just thinking about that.
In the later shows, they had the two blondes.
Yeah, there were two blondes in the later part. We're just
that's true. That's true. I always wanted to be Janet.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, I am thrilled to be doing this Threes Company. We're going to have a lot of fun while we do it. But really, on a serious note, the whole purpose of Better Together as One is related to this movement that we're all really passionate about. And I think when this pandemic hit, the mentality of Canadians really has shifted in recognizing that we're all in this together. We're better together as one. When it comes to healthcare, Claire, you and I as healthcare professionals over the course of our career, which has been almost 3 decades, we've built our businesses and our practices on believing that we have to work together, that we all healthcare professionals have to break down silos and bring people together, and most importantly, put a patient at the center and empower them to become the CEO of their life and health. But now with COVID, I think everyone is craving that kind of approach. They know that we have to, in order to get through this, we have to work better together. So on this show, not only do we want to share stories and inspire you and provide some hope amongst all of this uncertainty, but we also want to empower people with real strategies. We want to talk to real business owners about how they're pivoting and handling this new reality or this new normal. We also want to share some really inspiring stories of what people are doing to be better together as one. And it's really inspiring to watch how people are coming together and making a difference. And I think, that is what our goal is with this new podcast and TV show. And we want to give a huge thanks to TV Kojiko for contacting us and saying they wanted to put us back on air. And we are going to make them proud as we share this both on broadcast and all the platforms that podcasts are available. So Claire, when you think about being involved now, I want to give people give you a little bit of background about who you are and why you're so passionate about doing this with us, about having a platform to share these stories and empower people with education.
Well, I'm honored, first of all, because I know that you guys are two incredible people. Margaret, I've known you for a really long time. I have been a health professional for so many years and have stepped away from that a little bit and was in the corporate space for almost 5 years. And I'm now sort of coming back to what I know and love, which is being a massage therapist and a life coach. So I've always been a really big believer in the collaboration, right? So, and I've seen it work well. I've been really lucky over the years to do some really wonderful things in the profession itself. I've been an educator. I've worked for the regulated body of massage therapy for a number of years for the CMTO. I did work for a very large, Canada's largest massage therapy company. So, we really do have to work together and come together to allow things to really happen and all different levels, right? Like this whole platform is about, which is, financially, personally, professionally, all of that really. So I'm really honored to be able to take all the experience that I've had and accumulated, and I'm still learning and be able to put myself in a place where I can maybe help. I can help spread messages and celebrate people and still continue to learn. So for me, I'm just really excited to be a part of it with both of you.
Well, thanks. And we're excited to have you. And, when I approached Todd Miller years ago to start Let's Just Do This, I was watching him from afar with his radio background, and I'll let you, Todd, jump in and tell us your background. But I really felt that I wanted to have a partnership with someone who knew the ropes when it comes to the radio and of course podcasts, long before people were really excited to do podcasts, right, Todd? We were really starting to spread the word through podcasts and through our TV show on Kojiko, but also to bring a male perspective and someone that's not necessarily a healthcare professional, but brings unbelievable life experience. He's a dad, and he's got so much life experience and is so willing. This is what I respect so much about you, Todd, so willing to authentically share, without filters. And I think that the average person relates to that. When you can talk candidly about mental health or your beautiful son with autism or what it's like to be in the radio and meeting famous people, we really respect that. So we're thrilled to have you. Why are you excited to be part of now the new Better Together as One podcast and TV show?
I think this is part of a natural evolution of who I am. I held my first microphone when I think I was like 6 or 7, literally with a little record player and announcing the songs. And little did I know I would be doing that professionally many years later. But and I like the way that you talk about how I authentically share, because that wasn't always natural for me. It was always my inclination to, typical guy, stuff it down, don't talk about it, don't talk about your feelings. And it was actually a lot of celebrity interviews that I started doing where people would say, I'm struggling. It may appear that I've got my stuff together because I'm in these million-selling movies, but I'm just a human being and I'm sitting down with you to tell you my story. So I felt honored to be in their presence to learn how they'd stumbled and picked themselves up again, and then turned around and said, you know what? I'm bipolar. I'm manic depressive. I'm dealing with addiction issues,
Right.
but they learned that it's the best thing to do for them to share. So my journey was taking a little bit from all of those interviews that I did and said, I may not be an Oprah or a Tony Robbins or a Bishop T.D. Jakes, but I am a person that can influence one person, that with just sharing something that I've gone through and saying, maybe one other person might be suffering with what I'm going through. And just maybe it can help them move in a more positive direction.
Well, Todd, you've already done that with Let's Just Do This. And for those of you that haven't watched some of those podcasts or listened to those podcasts, you can go back and you can watch them on video on demand. They're still playing on Kojiko, and you can check us out on YouTube. And but you've already inspired many people. And we've had emails and text messages from not just guests, but viewers saying that the way that you've shared some of your own personal experiences has had an impact on them. And that's, to me, as sort of the founder, the visionary behind this Better Together as One movement, which is now morphing into so many different aspects, which I'm so excited about. But our Learning Academy, this podcast, our online magazines, we're bringing opportunities in a non-judgmental, welcoming and warm way to allow people to come on and share, and to hopefully throw a life preserver to, like you said, one person at a time.
Yep.
One person at a time, to pick them up and to give them something to hold on to bring some humor, to bring some levity, to bring some hope, but also to be real. We're going to talk about some real issues on this podcast, and we're going to do it in a respectful, professional way. But we're also going to do it in a way that's going to hopefully empower you to find people in your own communities to get help, to find your own voice when you need to. And so I'm really excited actually to have the diversity on the panel with being the three of us, so that we can bring our own life experiences and our own passions and interests and diversity, because that's what Canadians need. That's what the world needs. And we're going to reach beyond the walls, beyond the borders of Canada. So I'm really excited to do that. And we've got busy over the last couple of weeks, and we are already hitting record tomorrow with some of our first guests, and I'm really honored and excited. You know, the Better Together as One movement started in Brampton because that's where my clinic is and has been for 28 years. However, it's already spreading to other communities through the Halton region into Hamilton. And our plan is to take this across the country and to have different areas really take a hold of this with our digital magazines and have them more regional, so that when you watch this podcast, you can find somebody in your own community that you can connect to, whether it be a financial expert or a counselor or a therapist or whoever it is that you need to help yourself. So tomorrow we are pushing play with one of our first guests, Mayor Patrick Brown from the city of Brampton, is going to come on and talk about leadership through a pandemic, what it's like to lead one of Canada's largest cities through a pandemic. He is truly a Better Together as One thinker, as is a lot of his council. We've seen certainly at the Brampton municipal government level, councillors and an entire community coming together to try to make a difference during this time of need. Councillor Doug Willans is going to be on and talking about the Community Gardens project. I don't want to give it all away, but such an inspiring story. Cannot wait to share what he is doing and now what the city is doing and the residents are doing to give back during a time of need. And then we're going to talk to some fiery, and let me tell you, some fiery, passionate local business people who have pivoted in this difficult time and found a way to make their business not just float, but thrive by having some fun and making their business available even when the doors are closed. These are some dynamite women. We're not going to tell you right away who they are, but their business is in Brampton. The Board of Trade is coming on board, and we've got some really inspiring stories as well to share. I know, Claire, you mentioned last week that your mother has been making masks. She's coming on the show. Is she excited, or how's she feeling about it?
Yeah, she's really excited. She's a little bit nervous, but that's okay. Yeah, she's excited. So I want to be able to give her a big shout out and talk even about, her business itself is, she has an actual little business. She's a retired lady, and I want her to share that a little bit about what she does, because aside of her putting that aside and stepping up and making the masks and the caps, whatever you call it. What do they wear on their heads? What are they wearing? The hospital caps? Is that what they are? The caps? Yeah. She has a really amazing, inspiring little business that she's actually set aside that, again, it's local and it's admirable.
I love it. I love it. And we want to hear from you. I mean, this is going to be a show about you, about community. We're Better Together as One, and residents are part of that equation. So if you've got a topic and you want to hear more about, if you have a story you want to share, we want to hear from you. If you're a business and you have messages that you want to get out, please reach out to us. We're looking for partnerships. We're looking for opportunities to reach long and far across this nation, to not only educate and empower, but to inspire all of us to keep on going even during difficult times, but to make sure we're having a heck of a lot of fun while we do it. We'll have some giveaways too as we go. I always love a good giveaway, and we've got such generosity from business owners that are giving things away, so we'll be doing giveaways. Stay in touch with us. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook, and we're all over LinkedIn and Twitter. You will find us under Better Together as One, or you can follow us personally. We are people, and we love to connect and hear your stories. So follow us on all the channels. And I can't wait tomorrow, guys, to get here. We've got an entire day of recording to do. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
You're ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Excited. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So on that note, we got a lot of work to do behind the scenes. So we hope everybody is enjoying this start to your week. Stay tuned. We will have the dates and times that these podcasts are going to air, both in broadcast and on all of your podcast platforms. But of course, please share what we're putting out there. The more, the merrier. We are better together as one. I hope everyone has a great day. And on behalf of Claire, Gavin, Todd Miller, and myself, stay well, stay safe, and we shall see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.